Okay, the other part I want to introduce you is for the how to evaluate. There is a method. First, we will do that one by one. Yeah. So here. So how do we estimate a generalization error? 我们要怎么决定一个模型好不好呢 ？Actually, there are lots of methods. First method, we call that resubstitution error. This is Chinese. Also, we can see some textbooks say that apparent error. 显然的错误. Now, what is that? It means you use the training data set and the situation training data set. The result we can claim this is our this is the status of our model. 就是用 training data set 来讲这个模型好不好 ？But it will be over optimistic， 因为你用 training data set 很容易 overfitting， 所以会过于乐观。It's easier to be optimistic. So actually, we will use the testing set. 这是另外一种方法 generalization error. We use the testing set. It's just like we divided it into two parts, the way we made. So today I will teach you how to compute all the method. First is optimistic 乐观法则. Optimistic means we directly use the training error as our error. 就是用 training data set 的错误率来当做我的模型。好 ，But when you have optimistic, it means you have more conservative， 就是保守型的。好，那这边呢 ，our textbook use the pessimistic， 悲观的，但悲观其实就是保守，可以吗？好 ，conservative， we also call that pessimistic。那这个保守怎么保守呢？哦，因为 it concern each lead node will have some error, just like 0.5. 我们估一个，每个叶子都会有 0.5 的错误。So the total error will be the training set, right? Plus how many leaves, and each one will multiple 0.5. Then it will be the pessimistic error. For example, the training rate, there are 1,000 instances and there are 10 errors. 在我的训练资料里面 I have 1,000 instances, but we have 10 errors on training set, and the list is 30. Then we can say the optimistic is 1%, but training rate is optimistic. Training rate equal the optimistic. 就乐观跟 training 是一样的意思 ，but the pessimistic is 10. This 10 means 10 error, and my list is 30. Multiple, each one with estimate 0.5, and combine together, divided to 1,000. Then my pessimistic error will be 2.5. Okay, it's more higher. So it's more conservative. 因为比较保守 ，conservative 保守的意思。So if I only have one data set, do not divide it into train and testing. All is for train. Do not divide it into train and testing. Then all the data set, the model error will be the optimistic. And we plus each lead multiple 0.5 to consider conservative. Also, we call that pessimistic, 保守型悲观的 And also, we can divide into two parts. The REP method means we have two parts. One is for testing, one is for training. Okay, understand? And today I will give you another method. because they have the weakness here. 这边我要讲为什么它不行哦。好，我要讲每个 each method have its weakness. For example, hold out method, also called left split. Hold out 就是 split. 圈它，小心。Hold out 就是 split. 好，那它的 disadvantage is less data on category, not easily to separate it. And the model will be over depending on the characteristic of the training set and testing set because only do once. So it will have big problem. When the proportion of the training data set is too small, the variation of the model is bigger. And when the training data set is too large, the credibility of the testing data set is low. This part, very important, will appear in your exam. 就是我要跟你讲什么是 hold method。你就要跟我讲，它是 train test split。好 ，OK， 那 what is the weakness or disadvantage? Because it's over depending on the characteristic of the training data set and testing data set. This is the first. And less data of category not easily be separated. It means a category that will be larger data and less data， 对吧？在一个类别里面，是不是会有资料笔数比较大的群跟资料笔数比较少的类别？少的不容易被分出来，这是原因一，这是原因一。原因三 ，when the training data set 太小的话，变异会很大 ，variation of the model is bigger. But when 第四点，如果你 training data set 太大的话，那么你的 test data set 的那个信用度、可信度就会低。所以这四点我会考 ，very very important. Why we do not use the train test split? 虽然这个方法很重要，但这个方法已经比前面这个好了。这个完全乐观只做一次，这个完全悲观只做一次，就全部丢进去做。我们注意哦 ，please pay attention. When we use the methods, it's only one data set, all the data set put together, and build a model. And the model training the error is the optimistic. Just the cosmetic plus the list and the error. 就是在这个部分呢，是全部只有一个资料集的啊。你算得多好就是乐观，那悲观就是在最好的情况加上 yes 乘上0.5错误去估，这个是悲观啊。那所以这个方法不够好，我们就要用 REP。REP 就是把测试资料集考虑进去，也就是进到这里。可是测试资料集考虑进去 ，it also have a disadvantage， 就是我刚刚讲的，第一个，少数类别资料不容易被分出来；第二个，会过度依赖你的 training data set 跟 testing data set 的特质。所以，如果训练资料集过大，变异就会很大；如果训练资料集太大，然后测试资料集太小，测试资料集的可信度又有问题。So this is the first problem. Then 事情会演进，那就做什么呢？Random sampling 随机次抽样，就是第一种方法，多做几次，随机抽哈。Okay, the methods of hold out is repeat multiple times， 就是多做几次 ，and use the average. Do you think it is better？ 多做几次，然后取平均。Do you think it is better？ 你 running the repeat multiple times and use the average. I think it's better, but it also have a disadvantage. That's the reason we didn't use it. Because unable to control the number of each data used for training and testing is the same. 就是你随机抽的时候，你不知道每一个人在建模跟测试有多少次。So it will result in some of the more common occurrence in the training data and lead to the result biases. 就是不能够控制他们在 training 的 data 的次数。所以这个也不是主流，就是做比较多次没有比较好，有比第一种好，但是不是主流。So the next is better. The next we call that cross validation， 因为很重要，这是主流了。Cross validation means suppose the data will divide into two parts. First, one is for train, the rest is the test. 就是如果我分两个话。第一个当 train， 第二个当 test。And then 两个人攻守交换 crossover。Next time, when you be the train, you be the test. So everybody be the train, everybody be the test. Is fair? Yes, more fair. 对吧？因为刚刚我们讲上一个方法是多做几次，但不知道谁当 train 谁当 test 的次数是多少。But cross validation means 你在当 train 的次数跟当 test 的次数是一样的，公平的，懂吗？就媒体资料当 train 的次数会公平。那结果会是什么呢？结果会是它的 average。一样是平均数。好，这里呢 very important appear in your midterm exam， 就是极端案例哦。It will appear。我曾经在甄试的时候听老师问过这一题 ，very important。What is the extremely case for cross validation？ 我也曾经听过你们的学长姐去 apply a job 的时候会问什么是 cross validation 的极端案例，你一定要讲错哦，就是 leave one out， 留一个出去 leave one out。What is it means？ Leave one out means， 我不容易在这边哈，用黑板。Leave one out means it's extremely because for cross validation, if we have 4 parts, first 1, 2, 3, 4， 第一回合 training 你当 testing， 第二回合training 你当 testing， 然后再来是 training 你当 testing， 然后 training 你当 testing， 是每个人会当3次的 training， 1次的 testing， 很公平嘛？大家都很公平。Everybody will be the 3 times as a training data set, 1 time as a testing data set, right? Okay, it's 4 cross 这个是 cross validation 4等于4个，因为分4个。好，那 extremely case 呢，就是假使我资料现在有600笔，我切几份？600份，就是我这边切600。So every data set 有1次当 testing，1次当 testing，599次当 training， 对吧？那这种方法 ，these methods could be maximize the training data set， 可以把 training data set 的使用率最大化，所以它才是经典案例。It could be maximize the training data set， 因为你收到的这么少样本嘛。我让它599次当 training，only one 当 testing。那我 cross validation 600次，请问我要建几个模型 ？How many modules I have to build? 600, right? So this case, leave one out. It's very computing expensive， 很花算力啊。Super Bowl。The data is very less, not easy to collect, not easy to collect. 在这样的 case， 我们会用 leave one out， 就记得留一个 out， 其他当 training， 不要忘记哦。Okay, so the extremely case when the number of cross validation is equal。这个 correlation 的那个次数 number is equal to the total number of data sets. Each time, one of the data will be removed as a test. Remove 就是这个 out 的意思。Okay. So if my data set n equals 600, in this case, my fault 好，我们都会讲这个 fault 分几份 fault will equal 600。OK， 它当然有好处也有坏处。The advantage maximize the amount of data can be used as a training set， 就像我讲的，它可以把 training data set 最大化。第二个好处哦，这2张图影片都很重要，所以背下来了。The testing set and the training set are completely mutually exclusive， 就是互斥 ，and cover all the data。 我们收集到的，可以 cover 到 all the data to make the result have a representative 具有代表性。But he also have disadvantage. Too many calculation， 所以这个是算力的问题。Too many calculation, because our computing is high. Yeah. So because there is only one data set at a time, the estimate variation will be very high. 就是它的变异会差异非常大。So in this case, when is it suitable for whole out? When is it suitable for cross validation? When is it suitable for whole out? 就是只切一点点。Okay.
Can I answer?
Yeah, I just pick up you. When suitable for whole out? When suitable for cross validation?
Let me think.
Yeah, sure.
I think our whole out method will be effective for data that doesn't need too much of categories that has only like one or two of those.
So the point is the category. Yeah, consider another thing. What is the fault? 关键点是什么？童慧荣是吗？有他的观点是，他觉得是类别少的时候合适用，不是类别，应该跟什么有关？When we choose the whole out， 就是切刀，跟 cross validation 切很多刀，应该关键是什么 ？Don't worry, I will give you extra problem, but not full points. Encourage. 你觉得什么时候？好，给你一个 hint。资料量大还是小？哪个适合什么？讲对的人，你加个分哦。资料量大适合哪一个？资料量小适合哪一个？讲对了。Try. Don't worry. 你就算错了也是加0.1啊。OK, try. 是 the data set larger, we will use the whole out. The data set is smaller, we will use cross validation. Why? Of course, correct. But why? Yeah, that's right. Okay. What?
I still get the point.
Yeah, sure, but you will get more because his answer is correctly. Yeah, here. I want you to write that because it's important. Okay. Hold up. Larger data set. Cross validation. Small data set. Because the cross validation tends to get better results, but will cost more computing resource. 大的资料集用 pull out， 小的资料集用 cross validation。Extremely case 就是 leave one out， 少到不行了，你就宁可 leave one out。Extremely validation is leave one out，就是留一个，给他留一个当测试。The number of fold equal number of data sets。OK， 好，这个是重点。如果你来不及用排的，因为它是重点，很重要哦，考试会考哦，可以吗？因为我要换页了，你来不及用排的。好 ，OK。So now we will teach you how to compute the cross validation. 所以这边呢，就要加上 cross validation and 我们有乐观啊 T as 乐观跟悲观，我们先一个个来做。好，这个 print 的这个部分我们留在 data frame， 这个 print 的部分我们就不印，这样比较干净 ，more clear. Yeah. One more time. We left the part. Okay. Now we will give you the overfitting. Overfitting. 好 the overfitting we need the package from 这边哈 from sklearn model selection import cross validation 的 store。关这个。cross validation have to use have to import package. 好 then 我们会用一个 specification one equal. Then we will use the best. Use the best parameters based on the previous one. It means minimum set split equal 多少 0.2 right 我们在刚刚这边找到了 the best is 0.2 okay do you think the best is 0.2 or 0.7 I'm sorry 0.2 or 0.02 or 0.03 which one is better 要选哪一个因为这个是进到过度学习了嘛在过度学习之前才是最好的这个是不是 overfitting 了我们不选这个 overfitting 之前这个应该是选 0.3 which is before overfitting 还没有 overfitting 之前是这样的 OK then 我们用这个好记得哦 please the I is not 好那个不再回圈哦 is 0.3这样子要用这个 Now we use the cross validation equal 10. 我们先用 10. Cross validation equal 10. Now 我们就是 cross validation, and first is model. The second one is your full data. Oh, no longer chain and testing. I want full data. 这个就是全部资料集了哈。So model first. X and for Y and CV. 还有我们的 CV 小写哦，小写，好，不是大写，好，对。然后 scoring 是正确率 accuracy Okay. And print full data loss validation CV full equal 10. Okay, the ACC will be the cross. Go. So it will have 10 value. 因为你做10次嘛，好 so it will have 10 result. And if you want to make the 10 result as y, 你要取平均数，所以你这边要再加 mean. Cross dot mean means average of the result. So the result will be 0.863. 你的答案跟我一样吗？好，记得这个点要挑 not overfitting， 在它的前一个 not overfitting before overfitting because this is overfitting, so we pick the 0.03. The result, do you get the same result? Okay, so I want you to write down here. Or the cross validation fault. Bullet equal 0.3 because the 0.2 is overfitting. As we use the previous. 这个是我们用0.03的原因，我写下来。 and the result. The result 这边 ，OK， 等一下，是这样好。那如果你觉得太多哈，我们就小数点，两位 format 把它包起来。We use the format 把它包起来，然后给它逗点，这个是大音群哈，点那个 F。Then we will just have two 啊，点4好了，因为通常都是小数点4会比较多。4F 4 digit 4 digits floating. Yeah, it's getting better now. OK， 好了吗？好了，我等你哦。